Hey babes, Alex here, rocking my new fucking long sleeve crew neck from the Bad Vibes Sometimes collection, coming our way soon as we get the pictures back. I was just about to sit down and do a little energy clearing to call my power back after a few incidents that have already happened this morning, today, this week. What day is it? I don't know. So it will be accompanied by my dog, Cruz, who will be snoring and farting in the background. And before we dig in, if you want to join me, cool, stay. Consent is really important to me. So if you do not consent to this energy or stepping into this space, just scroll away. All good. But if you do consent, go ahead and find a comfortable seat or laying down or standing. And take a second to kind of tip your pelvis forwards and backwards, left and right. Maybe make a little circle. Oh, get some nice cracks. And then when you land, try and see if you can find a neutral position for your pelvis so you're not tipped too far forward or too far back, or you're not uneven in your sits bones. So that, and I notice when I find that kind of center point, that plumb line in my pelvis, it makes it way easier for my spine and like head to be in alignment, take some pressure off my neck and shoulders. So looking for that space there. And you could go hands at heart center, hands on your legs, hands on your belly, hands on your heart, or some combination of any of those. Consent, remember. And then a couple of nice clearing, cleansing breaths. So breathing in through your nose, holding your breath at the top, and exhaling. And again, breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Last one, breathe in, hold, exhale. And then start to switch your breath to inhales in through the nose and exhales out through the mouth. And I love to play with noticing the difference in temperature from my breath on the way in on the inside of my nostrils and the temperature of my breath as it comes out of my mouth. And keep that breath going. We're going to add to the inhales something that's enough. So acknowledging something that you've done that's enough today. Like, it's enough, this is enough, I tried enough, I care enough. And exhale, letting it be enough on the way out. And you can pick the same thing or try to find another thing. It doesn't have to be big. It can be small and just like, it's enough for right now. It's enough for this moment. And as you continue to tap into or play with different things that are enough, calling in the idea or just like acknowledging the idea that no one else has to say that it's enough for it to be enough. Like, it's just enough right now. It's enough because you're saying it's enough right now. And no one else has to understand it. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to justify it. Just, it's enough. And for right now, just being enough in this moment is enough, and it's okay. We can pick up the problem solving and the interpersonal relationships later. Just for right now, this little glimpse in time. No one else has to get it but you. And you can stay there if you're really vibing with that. And then maybe if you want to, switching gears to forgiving yourself for something. It can be anything. Forgiving yourself. I'm forgiving myself for feeling like I'm not enough and needing to do a fucking meditation to remind myself that I am. Like, it's okay to need to meditate. That's where I'm at right now. And what's coming up for me here is like forgiving myself for being human and having needs and like not being perfect and not responding in the way that I would like to respond all the time. And again, maybe it's just one thing you're forgiving yourself for, or maybe you're running through a couple different things you can forgive yourself for. It can be little, like you, I don't know, responded in a shitty way to an email, or you were short-tempered with like your partner or someone you live with. Or if you're ready, it could be something bigger. And you can stay there as long as you like. And if you want to come with me, I'm going to start to I'm going to switch my breath to in through my nose and out through my nose. And I'm going to start to call my energy back from wherever it came from. And the beauty about calling your energy back is you don't have to know why it left in order for you to call it back. You don't have to know why it left or where it went. You can just say like, come here. Come on back home. And right away I notice little tinglies in my low back and my kidneys and my belly, the spaces in my body that are asking for more of my energy. It'll like intuitively go there or to wherever needs it first. And then as those spaces fill in and overflow, it'll go to the next space. Third chakra, power center for me. And then heart space. And throat. Calling your energy back in from other people's opinions of you. Calling your energy back in from your job and your personal relationships, your friends, your family, your partner, or the dating world, or even like the relationship with yourself. You can call. Mine's definitely got some baggage there, so calling my energy back in from that. Calling your energy back in from guilt and shame. Calling your energy back in from the internet and like likes and follows and shitty comments or shitty DMs. And calling your energy back in from any old stories that don't have to be true anymore. And whatever those stories are, once you call your energy back in, you can just let those stories go on the exhale. And if they're not ready to leave, that's okay. But any that are. And as your bones and your muscles and your fascia and your internal organs and your blood start to overflow with all of your own energy, you can start to let that overflow into your energetic field, which is like, I think of it like a force field that goes all the way around my body in every direction, about 2.5 feet separated from my body in this force field around me. And as it overflows into the force field, just like feel it take up space and feel maybe you, like your body relaxes a little bit as it's able to take up more space. I notice when I give my energy, my power away, it's like my field dissipates and I feel claustrophobic, and like there's people just cramped in on all sides of me and I don't have any room to move or room to breathe. But as I tune into filling up this space with myself and reclaiming this space as my space, no one else's energy is allowed in this space except for mine. All of a sudden it gets like a little easier to breathe, a little easier to move, a little easier to sit, a little easier to think. And as it fills up and overflows, scanning on all sides of your force fields to just reinforce that shield around you in every direction. So feeling into the front side of your force field, your back side, your left and your right, and the top and the bottom. And then feeling your whole body and your whole energetic field all at once. This is your space. I like to kind of see it from a bird's eye view. Maybe that speaks to you. And then we're gonna set the outside of our field at like a bright light. And your light might be white, it might be red, it might be purple, it might be blue. It might be like a spider web or like a neon light, just whatever works for you. You're gonna set it at a filter. So we're going to set a filter around our force field. Mine's like a bright, like light green light today. And you're going to set that light all the way around your field. And this this light is going to act as a filter to both keep your own energy in and to keep other people's energy out. And knowing that no matter how much we love someone or how much we want to help someone, we still don't want their energy in our body or in our space. And you can stay here calibrating and this light soaking this in for as long as you'd like. And before you come out, I want you to take a moment to ask your body if there's anything you need. Is like any of the basic things. Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Do you need to take a break? Are you warm? Are you cold? Is there a boundary you need to make or something you need to say in order to be able to take up as much space as you need? Is there any validation you need from yourself? Like, you did a really fucking good job today and it doesn't have to be perfect. And you can stay, or if you're ready to come out, you can come out. And I'm just gonna go ahead and send you some energy to seal that in. You're allowed to take up space. You're allowed to ask for what you need. You're allowed to ask for what you want. It's enough. Thanks for joining me. See you later.